Cost question, just simply ask, am I willing to pay the price for the drink? That's what Joe's trying to help you with. That's what Ken's trying to help you with. Enjoy Stewardship Solutions. Can I tell you something? What they're wanting to do is they're helping you to come in and pay the price for the drink. Because let's go back to the basics here. I was lecturing in England, and I had a friend of mine that I was mentoring with me on the trip. I was writing the book, Put Your Dream to the Test, on that trip. So I was talking to him about the cost question, and Colin looked at me, and he said something at the breakfast table that it just grabbed me. I thought, my goodness, it's so simple, but it's so true. He said, John, do you know why dreams in the beginning are so exciting? And I thought, boy, they are exciting to begin. And think about it. Think about when you get a dream. I want to do this for God. Wouldn't it be great to take my city for God? Or wouldn't it be great to just in missions, take that country for God? And you get these dreams, and you get all excited. He said, you know why dreams are so exciting to begin? I said, no, why, Paul? I said, because they're free. Come on, talk to me. Amen. He said, in the beginning, everybody gets excited about the dream. Because when you sit around the table on your butt and talk about the dream, nobody's had to do anything yet. Are you with me? Nobody's had to go take a step. Nobody's going to have to go get resources. Nobody has to provide any money. It's just fun to sit around and say, well, wouldn't it be wonderful? Wow, we could do this, and we could do this. You get goosebumps, just goosebumps. But the goosebumps quit goosing. When all of a sudden you realize you got to pay for the drink. The reason that I started Enjoy Stewardship Services, because as I realized, dreams aren't free. And somebody's got to come along and help someone understand how to pay for the drink. And in the beginning, it's fun because as you talk about we're going to build a church, we ought to go out and buy that land out there. We ought to go start that camp ministry. It gets all exciting until somebody says, okay, now how are we going to do it? Have you ever noticed how the dream gets real quiet? When somebody says, oh, yeah, I love that. How are we going to pay for that? Now, let me tell you something about the cost. The cost is always higher than you think it will be. My name's John, your friend. We're going to have a little leveling here on the cost, okay? You say, what do you mean it's always higher than you think it'll be? What I mean by that is, it's always higher than you think it will be. And you say, what do you mean by always? What I mean by always is always. Don't you mean most of the time? No, don't mean most of the time. I mean always. Always. I've never known anybody that paid a price for anything that was big, that didn't come back and say it just cost me a little bit more than I thought it would. Are you with me? Amen. So forget the bargain, okay? Forget the shortcuts. The longest distance between 2 points is a shortcut. So forget all that stuff. The cost will be higher than you think. Let me tell you something else about the cost. Not only will it be higher than you think, the cost will be continued. Now this one shocked me because when I was young and I thought, okay, we'll get the dream and we'll get the dream, we'll pay the price, and we'll go have the drink. Can I tell you something? This is not the way it works. The cost never stops. Okay? You see, the dream is free, the journey isn't. And to get to the dream, you got to take the journey. And let me tell you, the best way I can explain the dream journey is, it is like a continual toll road. Did you ever get on toll roads? And in Florida, we got a one. And we got one over in Orlando. I kid you not. You pay a toll and say, okay, got that taken care of.
I'm telling you.
And you go 2 miles, you stop and pick up.
That's right.
And I want to stop and say, you're not just collecting one place at one time. I mean, is there something wonderful about me stopping every 2 miles and paying a little bit more? But can I tell you something about the drink journey? That's exactly what it works. You pay something and you say, okay, got that, and you go up there and somebody else wants more. And you pay, and can I tell you something? It will continually be that way the rest of your life. And I'm telling you that so that you can get upon reality. Ken said he was in what, 5 building programs in your church, Ken? 5 building programs. When I was out in San Diego, the building programs never stopped. You say, why? Because the growth continued. Can I tell you something? If you're going to grow your church, you're going to continually be building. I hope we understand there is a relationship between growing and building. Now, the good news is that you are a lousy leader and can't grow a church. Oh, this is going to set you free. If you're worthless and you can't lead anybody anywhere and you can't do anything, the good news is you don't have to pay attention to this seminar. Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're not going to have to buy land. You don't have to buy land for nothing. There's nothing to put on it. You won't have to build buildings and go into stewardship campaign. If you've got a dead church, it's one of the great things about dead churches. There's no maintenance on dead. Dead doesn't take maintenance. Dead is dead. The only problem is it stinks a little. It stinks, but dead is dead. Are you with me? So in fact, if you're not growing anything, if you're not capable of growing anything, you don't want to grow anything, and you just like to smell and be dead, I got great news for you. You can leave now. You don't have to pay a price. No. They're just dead. You don't have to get any more parking lots. Your people don't when they come to church, they can bring their camper to church. They just camp out. Nothing else is happening. But if you're a leader and you're going to grow something, you're going to always have to raise money. Right. This is not a new thought. Right. This is not a revelation. Can I tell you something? If you got to always have more room. You got to always have more land. I mean, it never ends. I was a pastor for 25 years. 23 of the 25 years, I was raising money because we were